Welcome to College Admission Swag, some wisdom and gear from college admission leaders. Today we are joined by Sue Willard. Sue is the Associate Director of Admission at Hobart and William Smith Colleges. Welcome, Sue.
Thank you.
I want to start by giving you a chance to give your elevator pitch with an overview of HWS and why students might consider the school.
All right, thanks so much. So my pitch is, I am an alum of HWS, a proud alum, and let's be honest, a lot of small liberal arts schools, they tend to blend together. So I'm going to try to give you a couple of ways that we're a little unique. We are a school that really values the individual. There aren't two paths through this place that are the same. Everyone is unique, and we try to meet you where you are, your values, your interests, your passions, and help you get an experience through here in 4 years that will help you maximize your potential and opportunities and figure out what kind of future you want, what kind of impact you want to have on the world. And we do that a couple of ways. We do that through mentorship that really maximizes your potential. And that's mentorship not just through your faculty members, and they're going to get to know you very well. They're going to be, the people that you can lean on for intellectual support, academic support, just personal support. But we also have a lot of other people here on campus, staff that are there to support you. There's lots of layers of support and people that want to get to know you and help you through this process. But we're also located in Geneva, New York, a small town that is 13,000 people, and everything's on an actionable scale. So you're going to become part of the community. And there's going to be mentors within the community that value you as a person and giving you opportunities to grow and experience new things. We're also one of the top schools in the country for study abroad. So you might have, mentorship from our community partners in different countries around the world when you visit there. We also have a lot of experiences that spur discovery. We're very unique in that we have 13 centers here on campus that address a lot of different areas of life. We have our Center for Global Education for Study Abroad. We have our Center for Teaching and Learning for Global Education. We have our Bozzuto Center for Entrepreneurship, for those of you that are interested in innovation and business. We have the Fisher Center for Gender Studies and really unique social justice initiatives. We have so many centers that help people, the Abbey Center for Jewish Life. So there's lots of ways for people to get involved beyond just the academic and clubs to find who you are and to get those in-depth experiences so you can figure out, here's what I want to do with my life. We guarantee you research or internships, and we guarantee it with a stipend if it's an unpaid experience, because we need to get you out there in the world. You need to get out there in the world and try new things and experience and see what it is that you're passionate about and have those experiences. Many of our jobs that students receive after graduation, I think 70% are directly related to an experience they've had as an internship as a current student here at HWS. And lastly, we're a community that deepens belongings. Who you surround yourself is very important with where you go in life and how you develop as a person. And you're going to be comfortable here, but you're also going to be challenged to grow in ways that are beyond just the intellectual side in the classroom. And you're going to be surrounded by people that are going to give you that hug when you need a hug, but you're also going to be surrounded by people that are going to challenge you to be better and think differently, be more inclusive, and be more curious about the world. And that's, I think what makes us who we are, and hopefully we'll see some of you on campus.
That's great. Thank you. You need a center for hugs. So let's go to the lightning round of questions, and we'll start with one unique program offered at HWS.
I think one unique program here is our minor in entrepreneurial studies. But why that's unique is we actually are just starting up a master's in science and management. So you can actually go through here as an undergraduate and get a major in, in economics or something like that, a minor in entrepreneurial studies. But we have a master's in science and management, and there's paths to get that master's in science and management in 4 years. So that would mean that you would have a master's and an undergraduate degree here from Hobart and William Smith Colleges for the cost of an undergraduate tuition. You can also do that in 5 years, but there is the potential to do that in 4. The 5th year is reasonably cost, but we do have a master's in management, and we do business differently here.
Yeah, that's amazing. How about a fun tradition at your school?
Fun tradition. So it's an unofficial tradition, but I love the morning of graduation. We have a beautiful dock on Seneca Lake here, and the seniors tend to go down there before graduation to watch the sunrise together. So it's their last time as a group, just on their own, having fun, seeing the sunrise together on the dock.
That's great. Well, that might lead into our next question. I'm not sure, but what's your favorite spot on campus?
Favorite spot, can I do two?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so my favorite spot, the first one would be Cousins Field, which is the soccer field here. I played soccer here as a student, so I love watching, the Hobart and Smith teams compete. And then I'd say the general favorite spot on campus would be the benches right along South Main Street that overlook the lake. It's just a beautiful lake, lots of community members and students walking around, so it's a great way to see people and enjoy the beautiful views here.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you. So let's zoom out a bit, and I would love to hear your thoughts on what the greatest myth is about college admission.
I think the greatest myth might be is that people in our position reading applications and that we don't really see the unique values and abilities of every applicant. Multiple people will read your applications and we really do value the individual and that's far beyond what we would see on a transcript or test scores is, we want to build a community. I think all colleges and universities want to build a community and we value the choices that you've made and we want to understand those because building a community means bringing in students and faculty and staff that are different from each other, have different experiences, thoughts, and values. So we really do see each of you individually and how you might be different, but what you can really add in value to a college campus and environment.
Yeah, that's great. What about one truth about college admission?
Your transcript does matter. So that's also part of the story, but your transcript tells the story of the choices that you've made, the journey that you've had during your 4 years. Notice I didn't say GPA. I said the journey. So it's what types of classes have you taken? How have you chosen to thoughtfully challenge yourself through the college process? What are the grade trends? So your transcript, is probably the most valuable piece of academic information, but there's more depth to it than just what is your GPA on a transcript.
Yeah, that's great. What should students know about affordability and access in college admission and higher ed?
So affordability, obviously, it is, something, it's a very important question for all families to ask going into the process of, how much can we afford to pay for a college education? I think the one thing that everyone has to understand is there might be a large price tag on a college or university, but very, very few people actually pay that price to attend the college or university. So I think cast a wide net initially. Many colleges have, or all colleges have a net price calculator, so you can see about potential affordability. But there's lots of ways to potentially offset costs of a college education through outside grants and scholarships, through institutional grants and scholarships. So just know that, while a price tag might be high originally, very few people pay that amount. It's like buying a car. Price tag might be that, but then it's not necessarily what you're going to pay in the end to purchase that.
So can we haggle too?
there tends to be haggling, yes.
Yeah, that's right. All right, last question. What is the best question a student should ask on a campus tour, and what would be your answer for HWS?
I think the best question to ask is, how did you find your place at that institution? How did you find your community once you started there? Because regardless of what academic major or minor you want to study, it's about fit and it's about community fit. It's about personal fit. So, I think ask that question. And here at Hobart William Smith, it goes back to what I was saying earlier about who we are is, I think, how did you find your fit? It's finding those centers that you want to be part of, finding those intellectual things that really stimulate you and forming those relationships with faculty and staff here that are going to support you through that process and students. College is fun. So, find out those fun activities, join those clubs, do some things that, maybe people back at your high school would say, wait, you don't do that. Because try it. That's what college is all about. It is a clean slate. So I think here at HWS is, we value you as individuals and we don't want to put you in a box. We want you to really discover who you are because the 4 years of college is some of the most incredible, transformative time that you can experience. And it's before you have to adult. So I think it's here as, challenge yourself, do things that you wouldn't necessarily expect. And I think we offer students a lot of opportunities both on campus and the community, globally, and obviously professionally to do that.
That's great advice. Thank you. Well, that is the wisdom. Now it is time for the gear. So let us reach into our swag bag and see what you've got for us. There it is. the Hobart and William Smith pennant. And, ooh, nice. Hobart and William Smith College t-shirt with an amazing view on the back. What are we looking at?
That's the dock that everyone goes down to and watches the sunrise on graduation morning.
I love it. I love it.
Zudo Boathouse.
Well, Hobart and William Smith Colleges are donating this gear to an organization that promotes equity and access in admission and higher ed. So thank you for that gift, and thank you for joining us and for your wisdom, Sue. And we'll see you next time on Swag from the College Guidance Center.
Thank you so much for your time.